Hey, did you all see that the truth actually came out? The truth actually came out. Get into it.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 1, episode 2 of Xscape, Still Kicking It. And like I said, the truth about all this bullshit came out tonight. And I'm just going to see if y'all was paying attention. Let's go on to talk about it. Now, Kandi was meeting with Tan. Tan was a perfect person to talk about this with because she's still bitter about being kicked out of the group. You can see it all over her face. That bitch is bitter. I said, girl, you're bitter, Annie. But they kicked her out of the group earlier on. And they're sitting there talking about the whole thing. They're talking about Tasha's self-centered nature and the period where her husband was managing them. Now, I'm going to just say this. Yes, LaTasha is very self-centered. And there's nothing she can say that's going to ever change that and the way that I view it. I've noticed it on this. I noticed it when she was on R&B Divas. She is self-centered. She's self-centered. And everything that they're saying about her, I believe every goddamn word of it. Now, in the same vein, Kandi, I still say that you full of shit because you just on some old stuff. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Now, I'm like Tiny. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I wouldn't be wanting to be lacing myself up with folks I don't want to be bothered with. And that's it. She don't really want to be bothered. She don't want to be bothered. But at any rate, let's keep going. Tiny ends up pulling them all together. They were going to have a little rehearsal. She pulls them all together and tell them, go ahead on and open up. Everybody come on and say what they want to say. Everybody trying to act like they wasn't going to say nothing. I said, no, y'all not going to get ready to start backpedaling and pussy popping. Somebody get to talking. So Kandi goes in and says, I guess she's talking about, yeah, she's talking about you, bitch. Now go on and say what the problem is. So Tasha was saying, well, if this is the case, and Kandi, you ain't sure, you don't know what you want to do. Why are we even doing this? Like, why do we do any of this? And that brings me to my next point. I sat and I said, I thought this, and I didn't really say it when it happened. When this first happened, that apology that came from Tamika, that apology was all about the fact that they wanted to do this touring and make this money. That's what the apology was about. It wasn't that she was ever actually sorry for what she did to Kandi. She explained it in this episode. I did it because bitch was jumping all over my sister, honey, and I had to side with my sister, so I made up some lies and told it. Get that bitch off my sister's back. Period. And I believe if I had to do it again, she'd do it again. She would do it all again. And we've seen they do. It's the sisters, and then Tiny, and then Kandi, and it is them against. That's the thing. But it's always going to be Kandi against Tasha, and we talked more about that. So that was the whole thing. They spoke about that old shit. They talked about the solo project situation, which I believe that's what really broke the group up. Tasha was trying to go solo. She was. Sasha was trying to go solo. Candy's like, I'm not going to sit here and be left hanging. And I'm sitting there watching and knowing what this broad is doing. And Kandi, no, Kandi don't have the voice that Tasha got, but she did have a leg up because she had her legs open. So I don't fault Kandi for that. That's crazy as hell. Do you honestly believe that I would allow this bitch to go up underneath us and try to become Beyonce and I'm fucking Jermaine Dupri? No. We both gonna get some solo shit going. And I can see where all of that, I don't think there was no lies told. I think this is what happened. It is what it is. And yes, LaTasha, your ass is self-centered. And when your husband came on board, yeah, your husband was sad with you. Y'all seen dollar signs. Yeah, you was going to take care of your sister, you know? And I think Tiny ain't bitter about nothing because Tiny fell right on top of T.I.'s penis. And so she was cool. It ain't make no difference. It was what it was. Mess. But the real talent in the group, you know, is as far as the writing and stuff, Candy was able to make something. And okay, so this is the thing. So let's go talk about Rocco and Tasha. Rocco and Tasha ended up because finish up that meeting. Candy and Tasha got down to the thing of I'm not on the same page. And it's like, I don't know why you're not on the same page. And Tasha's like, I don't know why you feel that way. She's like, why can't you see it? And of course, you know, Candy started crying. I said, girl, shut up. But anyway, so Rocco and Tasha are sitting down, and the truth came out. The truth came out of Rocco's mouth. He said, well, I'm thinking that what's going on with Candy is Candy probably feels like you left us and you want to do your solo career. It failed. And now you want me to come and rescue your ass, and I ain't feeling it. You damn right. You damn right. And that's exactly what it is. That ain't what you think. That's what y'all know over there in y'all's house. Now, I'm surprised that they actually came out and said it. But that's exactly what it is. And that's what Candy ain't saying. And she's better than me because guess what I wouldn't do? Rescue Tasha and Tamika. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't even play the game at all. And that's when he said that shit, I said, oh, shut up. Yes, he did. Said, Candy, your stuff, you came out and then Candy came out. Candy became successful and you didn't. That's right. That's right. That's what happened. But that's a little bit of karma. You was making smooth moves and the shit blew up in your face, and Candy was unlikely to, but she blew up. She blew up as a songwriter and ended up being a rich young lady, and you never foreseen that. And I think you're a little swole about it. You know, you're a little swole. You're swole. And like she said, how everything was going really well. She was really happy, and then it just stopped. Jermaine ended up leaving the label, and she just got caught up in the middle, and it just flatlined. That's karma. That's how she works. That's how she works. I believe that. Now, I could be wrong. I don't think I am. Miss Tasha was making smooth moves, honey. And Candy had made some smooth moves already, honey. She used a smooth move of her coup, honey. And was like, oh, hell no. She was able to get to the right people, and she became successful. And if I was her, yes, y'all know I'm petty, I would not be singing and trying to rescue them. Because Candy don't have to sing another note. Candy will be fine. Anyway, but then Rocco went on and basically told Tasha right there, okay, you go be the bigger person. Go be the bigger person. Be that big sister to her and all that. He basically told her, you need her to pull you up from the dirt. So go and be nice to her. Play nice with her. That's what he said. Now, I don't know what y'all heard, but that's what the fuck I heard. I said, the truth will set you free. I said, oh my. So after that, they did a set list. They were doing a set list preparation for BET Awards, and it was funny. You know, that was funny. Tasha went. That was the first act of Tasha playing nice with Candy. I'm going to tell you what I watched, what I saw. Her husband dropped her off, made a joke, tell Candy to play nice. Don't go in there, y'all. Don't be fighting and stuff. Because, again, you know, it's a kiki. It's a kiki. We know what it is. It's a kiki. Don't go in there and play nice. You ain't got to like the bitch. We need this money. Go on in there. So they go in, and it's supposed to be Tasha and Candy working on the list, the set list for their performance for BET. It went really, really smooth. But did y'all catch this? Candy seemed a little nervous about wanting to basically end out with her doing the high note with understanding as the last dynamic thing happening. Tasha's wheels was spinning like hell when Candy said it, like, that ain't what I had in mind, because I don't never have it in mind to put the spotlight on you, bitch. The spotlight's supposed to be on me because I'm a self-centered bitch. But then you can see her wheels spinning. She's like, oh yeah, that might work. That might work. And Tasha went on and gave in. But it killed her to her goddamn soul to allow that to go down. And I said, you are such a bitch. And the funny part is, the spotlight was on Candy. What do y'all remember about the BET Awards? I'm going to tell you what I remember about the Xscape performance. Oh, wow, Candy still can't hit that note. Yes, God, honey. Miss Tasha knew. Miss Tasha gave in for the greater good. She did exactly what her husband said, and he's her manager. And that's what she's supposed to do. Go in there and do what your husband tells you to do because your husband knows. Candy has 50 cards out of the deck. You have 2. How are you going to play Tonk with her and she got 50 cards and you ain't got but 2? You better get your ass in there and play nice with Miss Candy. Now, that's what I saw. Y'all tell me in them comments what y'all saw. But, that's what I saw. That was her first act of playing nice. I said, Lord have mercy. But, yeah, that's what a narcissist does. A narcissist is never going to put the spotlight on you, not purposely, unless they got some other shit up their sleeve. Toshy, bitch. Anyway, they showed Tamika with her daughter, her daughter's Ocean, and Tanaya, I think is the other little girl. That Ocean, which is the one she had when she got pregnant, you know, early on when they were with the group and everything. She looks just like her. She looks like she could be the third sister. She really does. And I laughed at her. She's actually getting married and everything like that. And you could tell Tamika's really ghetto fab. And she dates a cute little white boy. And she's very much the different version of her mother. She's a very calm down, decent version of her mother. And you can see her try to scale her mother down and reel her back in and giving her girls my day. We're not having all that bullshit out of you. All the titties hanging out and all that old other shit. We're not having all that. Well, why can't we have chicken? And I said, girl, your daughter's worried, honey, but whatever. Well, that was funny to see them, but it was nice to see her interact with her girls. It showed a different side of her because you just always see her as the petty one and the sister with the bullshit. But it was nice to see her as being a mom. She seems to have a really nice relationship with her girls. Her youngest girl is her all over again. The youngest girl is a songstress and she's a writer, and she seems to be pretty serious about what she does. So that was cool. And in the midst of that, mentioning that, we got to see Zonique, which is Tanny's little girl, and Tanny went to see her, and we were seeing that, you know, because Zonique actually performed at, what was that, like that pre-show at BET. So that was really cool. The Tanny was on the show, and her daughter was on the show outside too. So that was really groovy. That's, you know, big time for their house. One thing that we keep seeing with this, which would drive me crazy, is another thing that I wouldn't work with them. That timing issue, how they just show up for practice 2 and 3 hours late. That's crazy. Do you think I would be waiting on somebody 2 or 3 hours? Hell no. Especially when I don't want to be involved with them whores anyway. No way. And the choreography situation, child, they didn't let their choreography go. And one of the, oh shit, this was funny. Watch Jamaica say, when they were going through, Who Can I Run To? And that heifer had nerve to say, I've been singing the song wrong all this time. I thought it was to fill this empty space. It's not, it's the lyric is to fill this empty space. And she been saying, to fill this empty face. Girl, that ain't what they said. I fell out. When she said, I even sang it wrong on the record. I said, oh shit. I laughed. Now she's funny because she ghetto as hell. I laughed at her so bad. I said, Lord have mercy. And then one person that I don't be wanting to see because she always be coming with some bullshit. And I'd be like, oh, would you get her? Mama Joyce. But she was needed for this time. As much as I like Andrea Kelly, Mama Joyce had a big, good ass point. And they're scared of Mama Joyce, which is funny. You know, they talked about how Mama Joyce used to buy them clothes. And their girls, they had nothing bad to say about Mama Joyce, you know, about things that she did as they were growing up, that she really talked to them. And I don't know what their home life was, but they seem to have learned a lot of their womanhood stuff from dealings with Mama Joyce. I don't know if I know they were from the church. They grew up in church. And maybe their mom didn't talk that street shit. And Mama Joyce was just old street ass woman and told them, look, this is what it is. Like the one girl, like Tamika said, Mama Joyce told her, you don't marry for love, honey, unless you marry for some stability. Yeah, Mama Joyce talked that good old street shit, that old corner broad shit. So I said, okay, but they have a lot of respect for Mama Joyce, and they were like, okay, well, Mama Joyce said, I want to see what y'all hear what y'all sound like, and they were like, okay, we got to get it right now, okay, y'all, and they got it together. They went on and they sang, and Mama Joyce told them, listen, let me tell y'all something. All that dancing, y'all need to let that dancing go, honey. That's not what y'all do. Y'all sing. Y'all need to get out there and let the people hear you sing and hear that you still got it vocally. That dancing, I agree. For the first time in a long, I agree with Mama Joyce. If y'all don't stop all that goddamn gyrating and that flick that ass twerking and carrying on and just sing the song. So that was it. That was the last thing. And it's so funny. I said, I was fussing about this and saying, I don't know how many weeks of this that I could keep on going with about Xscape and the story that we basically kind of know. But it's a shame. Everything is better than Real Housewives of Atlanta. This show was much better than Real Housewives of Atlanta. Much better. It was much more entertaining than that mess that we watched at 8 o'clock. And Married to Medicine, are they kidding? What are you doing? You gonna put them on Friday and then show them in a repeat from Friday on Sunday? Screw you, Bravo, with that bullshit. But anyway, that was it. That's all that went on. I'll see y'all next week. Later.